I am totally flabbergasted, actually. It's really surprising that they think my acting is good because I've got many messages saying that my uh, uh, my artistry was awesome and that the film is a good one as it is. It is a thriller, and to get these responses from friends is okay. They may be flattering me, but strangers also are coming up to me. Acquaintances whom I hardly know are coming up to me and saying they really enjoyed the film and my acting. So I am extremely grateful that they liked the movie. It's good for the movie and good for me also. After my first Garo film, I was quite interested in acting. So I was just, I mean, I didn't expect it. It was totally unexpected. But when I got this call saying that this Malayalam directors wanted me in their picture, then I got interested. Then they told me about other films, so I watched. It was on Geo Hotstar, I think, one of Dinjith Ayyathan's film, Kiss Kiss Kandam, which I enjoyed thoroughly. It was also about animals. That time it was about monkeys, so I got more interested. What kind of story would that be? And then after they auditioned me, and then I got the script. It was again about animals. As you know, if you have seen the movie, you will know that it is about dogs and that I am the master trainer actually. So I got interested. It's an offbeat film, not like conventional movies and all. And Malayalam is one of the hardest languages, it seems. They told me so. They said it's one of the hardest languages to learn. Of course, I didn't learn it like that, but I learned the script and it is really difficult because it doesn't stop like English or Garo and all. It just flows on. So it's very difficult to know the different words and all. So it was, I mean, we hardly hear Malayalam spoken in Chura. So it was something very new to me. Industry itself was also first time exposure. So it was very new to me because in the Garo film, it was all like it was a Garo film, it was in Garo, or everyone was Garo. So I felt quite at home there. It was shot in Tura, but over there with strangers speaking a totally alien language, it was something completely different, and I was a little apprehensive in the beginning. But the way they welcomed me, the way they treated me, I became thoroughly at home there, and they all became my friends. As I have said many times before, again I will repeat it. It was first my daughter who was with me when I was first approached for the Garo film, and then again it was my daughter and children who encouraged me. They even took me to Guwahati for the audition because the audition took place in Guwahati, and then my daughter, they do not allow me to travel alone. So it was my daughter who came with me all the way to Kerala. So all this encouragement and the confidence they had with in me, it made me feel that I don't want to uh, disappoint them. So I tried my level best to give whatever I can. So I will say it was my family who pushed me, who motivated me, and who inspired me. And I also wanted to do something for the new generation of this fledgling film company in Garo Hills. I wanted them to see that they can do it. That if I, an aging old grandmother, can go all the way to Kerala and achieve something, why not this young generation? They can achieve anything. They can become the best in the world. There is nothing stopping them. So I wanted to encourage them also. So for them also, I did this, not only for myself and my family, but for the future generation of this new community of filmmakers. The challenges I faced was mostly in the language, the learning the language so that I can speak it, the script, the dialogues properly, the proper intonation and the proper lip synchronization. That was very important. So the most important challenge for me was in the language itself. Uh, the people itself, were, the scenery, it's like Garo Hills only, with the same coconut trees, the betel nut trees, and the rivers and all hilly terrain. Because the whole film was shot on location. Not a single set was used. The only set that was used must have been my building, which was built high up in the mountains. So those were no challenges to me, but the biggest challenge was learning the dialogue, the script, which was in a different language. I had no problem on site communication because in Kerala, most of them speak English. And others who didn't speak English well, they spoke Hindi, and I have a working knowledge of Hindi, not very good at it, but at least for communication purposes. So that was no challenge at all. And because they were so good to me, I felt like a part of it. Was like a family. I think they have worked together in all Dinjith's films. So they were a family. And when I, a stranger, came some in between them, amongst them, then they welcomed me like family, so I felt at home and at ease. Yeah, for 1 month, I practiced in the Malayalam script. I told you I had a trainer, Anjali Satyanathan. She was my mentor, my teacher, my friend, everything. She was there nearly 24 hours with me. So she taught me about the proper intonation and all that. Not only that, uh, finally, certain when the speeches were longer, I found it difficult to remember. So what we did was, it was very funny, but we transcribed it into English. The whole dialogue, we transcribed it into English. Nonsensical English. It didn't make sense. Like, war is on, it means something. Eniki Arialam, something, but so anyway, it is like that. Like that, he used to transcribe it into English, easier for me to remember. So that was the way we did it. The lip synchronization would be the same. The the words coming out would be something quite different, sounding Malayalam, but it's in English. So in that way, we manage, and I think it was quite successful because I have had no complaints. Well, frankly, I was so happy there. So there was not a moment I felt like giving up. I mean, if I didn't like the food, the Kerala food, then they told me, ma'am, whatever you like, the cooks will make it for you. So, I mean, if I wanted the Malabar biryani, then they would give me Malabar biryani, which is a famous dish from Malabar side of Kerala. So, I really didn't have a wish of giving up. I took up the challenge, and for me, my character is such that I never give up on a challenge. If it is challenging, I take it up. It is a challenge. It was a challenge. The cold, the wetness, the long hours, these were all challenges. But I took it in my stride and I miss it now. After coming back here to this quiet life, I miss all those challenges and I'm willing to do it again. Uh, Physical challenges, yes, because it was on the Vagamon Hills, which is a very hilly and high altitude. So the altitude, I had to get used to it because of the high altitude. But the producers, they took me a month before the shoot itself so that I could get acclimatized, so that I could get to know the sound of the language. So I was always there, although I was not doing any shooting in the first month. They always took me to the sets where the shooting was going on so that I would become familiar with the characters, with the people, and also with the language. So I accompanied the crew wherever they went. They went to different places, as you must have seen. Sometimes to the high hills, sometimes to the rivers and lakes and waterfalls. So everywhere I was there, in the background, listening to them, learning from them. So it was nice. Uh, Emotionally, my children are grown up. So, and I was away when I was working in Shillong. I was away from them for nearly not 4 years. Of course, I came home, but I was away from them. And since my children are grown up, we've been married more than 40 years. So I didn't miss Meghalaya because the place itself was like Meghalaya only. The climate was like Shillong, cold. Everyone talk about Kerala heat. They said you will only get hot, hotter, hottest. But the place where I stayed and had the shoot, it was in the Vagamon Hills. So the climate, everything was more or less similar. The scenery, the climate. So there was no emotional challenges as such. I have a problem with my stomach only, but that they just once they took me to the doctor immediately. So that also, and missing this place, I was so busy I didn't have time to miss anybody. I didn't have any problems as such because Dinjith spoke English fluently. Then the cameraman, the cinematographer, and the writer was the same. So when he was shooting, he knew exactly what he wanted since he was the writer also. So he knew the nuances of what. So the one thing that he kept on saying was organic acting. He didn't want dramatics. He wanted organic acting. He wanted to be natural. So, and Dinjit also, from the scene, of course, he's the director, but I was interacting very closely with Bahul, who's the writer and the cinematographer, and uh, Varghese and Dwarka. So all these people, if I had made any mistakes or I did something wrong according to the movie and all that, they were there encouraging me. So I have all praise for them. Nothing bad to say about them actually. Actually, they were so good. And I hope that all other artists have the same group of people who are so, I mean, professional. I can only call them very professional in their work attitude. And I really appreciate it. I hope so. I hope that was one of the reasons I took up this challenge because we have so few opportunities. We don't know how much talent is hidden here. I was also an undiscovered person who went blindly and showed that I had some talent at least. So I am sure that we have so much of talent, and I hope this will inspire them and also that it will show the people from the mainland that we have so much talent in the Northeast, especially in Meghalaya. So I hope it will inspire them. Not only our people, but also the people from the mainland to come and look for talent in the Northeast, which is very much underrepresented in the movie industry. in this journey. Most important lesson is uh, in this particular journey is never never give up. Just because you think you're old or you think you're not talented, do not think like that. Take up the challenges that are life. Take up the challenges, the opportunities that life offers you. Take it up. Do not be scared, is what I would like to say to all the people watching this. The message is I would like to give to them look into yourselves. For me, I've had my share of happiness, of heartbreak and grief and all. So when I had to act, I looked deep into myself. I had no other experience in acting. So I had to leave. If they wanted me to be happy, I look into my own shores of happiness. So I would ask them if they can, they can go to an acting school to get the conventional education. But more than that, they have to be true to themselves. That would what I would like to say to them. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us your time, and hope we see more of your works, more of your acting in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you, Francis.